Hello, scholars. In this session, we are going to consider a very important topic based on the writing skill titled Interview Questions. Now, in your day to day life, you might have read interviews of the great personalities. Sometime you might have watched the interviews which are telecasted on the television. Now, during those programs, you find interviewer used to ask the different types of questions to the person whose interview is actually conducted. Similarly, we have to also conduct same kind of interview. In order to conduct the interview, we should have a certain questions ready with us in order to ask to the concerning person. So in this topic, we will try to understand how to compose interview questions, what kind of a question should be asked there, and what kind of a way is there of presenting questions we have to understand here. So look at now what is there in the interview question, what has been asked to the certain kind of a person or personality. We have to frame the questions, right? Now we have to take the interview of some of the well known persons or personality, right? Now that person may be well known in the field of science, sports, art, culture, or politics. Now while conducting or while writing actually the interview questions, what kind of a hint should be followed there, we will see now. Here you are expected to frame minimum 8 to 10 questions. How many questions we have to frame? As this question is asked for 5 marks, minimum 8 to 10 questions you have to frame. Understand? Again, what you have to do, you have to ask this question to a person in an interview, right? You have to ask these questions in the interview. Second hint is there that the question may be related to the childhood, formative years, influences, education, interest, and how the person got into the field and achieved fame and awards and renown, so on. So look at now, we have to form the questions based on these topics are there, right? About the childhood, formative years, influences, education, interest, and how the person got into that particular field, how he achieved the fame and awards and renown, become renowned throughout the world. We have to ask the question based on it. The third hint that we have to follow while writing the interview question is that you may ask about the person's interest, definitely question based on the person's interest and future plan. Also you can also ask about the advice that should be given to the youth. Understand? So in this way you can frame the questions. Later, the fourth topic or fourth point that we should include in this particular topic, that is, the question should flow in a sequence and should cover the variety of life features and other aspects. So look at now, this is very important hint is there that we have to follow while constructing questions that may be asked in during the interview, right? The question should flow in a sequence, proper sequence should be there, and they should cover variety of life features and other aspect of that particular person, right? And it is very important to follow the sequence. The fifth hint that we have to follow while writing this interview question or while conducting interview, that remember to begin with the proper greeting and introduction and end off with the proper conclusion. This is very important. Now beginning should be proper, we should have a proper greeting at the initial part, proper introductions, as well as what should be there, there should be proper end, right? Appropriate end or conclusion should be there, right? Now the answer to the questions are not expected. This is most important thing. What kind of questions you are asking in the interview? While conducting interview, at that time there is no requirement of writing the answers to those questions, right? So these are some of the few tricks, hints that we have to follow while composing interview questions. Understood? Now let's see the marking scheme, how the marks are divided. I already told you in the beginning that this question is asked for 5 mark. Okay, so how the 5 marks are divided we will see now. Look at now, first is there 1 mark is allotted for appropriate beginning and ending. So look at now, half mark for beginning, half mark for ending, right? The 2 marks are allotted for the use of appropriate quality questions. Means what type of questions you are asking there, they should have a quality question should be there. If you are asking them properly in proper sequence, right, without any kind of grammatical mistake, then definitely what is there, 2 marks will be given there, right? And the last one is there, what if the use of appropriate grammatical structure and the tense is also very essential while asking the question, while composing the questions. It will also carry 2 marks over. So in this way 5 marks are given to this particular question, right? I hope what kind of hint we have discussed today through this video you will remember and you will also implement while attempting this particular question. That's all. Thank you.